It's time for the first major upgrade to the Freebeat Studios. Freebeat. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Freebeat, where I post new music-related content every single day. So if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Let's get started. Today's patron shout-out goes to Jim Picart. Thank you so very much for supporting the channel. If you would like to help out, just head over to patreon.com/freebeat. So in yesterday's video, I discussed how I had essentially made a mistake when purchasing my current audio interface, which is the Audient Evo 4, how it was a downgrade from my Zoom H5, which has 4 inputs, whereas the Evo 4 only has 2. So that's why I've had to film all my stuff in mono. I always have to record when I'm plugged into the computer, which is kind of a bummer. So that's why you guys always hear like, random background audio and stuff like that. You can hear the computer running, and there's some interference issues and things like that. And I hastily purchased the Evo 4 thinking it would fix all my issues, and I didn't actually do any research to, ensure that it really would fix my problems. Well, I teased a big purchase at the end of yesterday's video, and it is finally time to reveal said purchase. A couple people guessed right because my new audio interface is upside down. Whoops. Anyway, the new piece of gear that I did purchase is the Zoom LiveTrak L-12. Now this is a mixer. It is an audio interface, and most importantly for me right now anyway, it's also an SD audio recorder. So essentially this is just a blown up permanent version of this, which is exactly what I want. It's got 8 XLR 1/4-inch combo jacks, as well as 2 stereo pairs of line-ins for 12 channels total. These can also be used as USB audio returns from the computer. It's got 5 different headphone outs, each with their own individual mix control, which is going to be awesome for the live shows, for communication between myself and Lady Freebeat and Oliver, not to mention being able to route instruments to the MPC. Basically, I can route any of these, well, 12 inputs to wherever I'd like, headphone-wise and just output-wise. So it's really gonna enable me to do some cool stuff with the live shows, and it's just gonna make everything a heck of a lot easier. Anyway, I don't know why I'm going over the features of it with you guys when it's just right here, like we could open the box and have it out. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, full disclosure, I did open the box just to like, to this point right here, because I grabbed the power adapter so I could have that ready to go. But I haven't unboxed it yet, like taken a peek at it or anything, so let's do that. I'm assuming this, yeah, this is our USB Type B cable. Cool. Hook your printer up with that. Only have about a zillion of those. Here's the unit. Whoops. The unit itself. Looks like we get a quick start guide and some instructions, but we don't need those, do we? But we'll keep the box closed just in case. Yeah, let's go ahead and take these off here. It's a little smaller than I thought, which is nice. That's really nice. I'll actually talk about that too here. Alrighty. So first impressions, looks pretty good. I like the grays and blacks, with the only color being, right here on your select button to activate your channel strip, your phantom power buttons, master, and effects return fader. Love the green on the EQ knobs. Cool. Yeah, so hey, we can bring the camera in a little bit. It's so small. Nice. So yeah, let's talk about it. So we've got 8 mic/line inputs up here. That's XLR/1/4-inch combo jacks. Then we've got 2 stereo inputs here. So we've got 9 and 10, and then 11 and 12. Those also have RCA ins, should you want to do that. But most importantly, in my opinion anyway, they each can act as a USB audio return from the computer. So the computer over USB can just be a stereo pair in from, or taking up channels 11 and 12, which is, or 9, 10, whatever you want. That's really, really cool. We have a pair of XLR out for your master speakers, master outs, 1/4-inch main monitor out there, stereo pair, I believe the 5 headphone outs are all mono, but that's okay. Now, each of these have, via these 5 corresponding buttons here, A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D, E, the ability to give them their own mix, like I was talking about for the live shows. So for instance, Oliver, Lady Freebeat, and myself can all have a mix that includes like our 3 microphones, so we can talk to each other, but you guys, the viewer, does not hear that. So very, very cool for communication there. It also means that I can have all of the gear plugged in and then like route it out to the MPC, and then return the MPC to another line and have all of those via mix separately spread out, so nothing interferes, but like everything's always plugged into the MPC all the time. Very, very cool. I was going to talk about the channel strip a little bit. So the way this works, it's a little bit different than a traditional mixer. So you still have your EQ controls here and your pan, your sends, and whatnot. Now typically those would be like right here, you know, for each channel. But to save space, what Zoom has done is just given you a select button. So let's say I want to fix the EQ or mess with it on channel 6, press the select button on channel 6, and now I mess with these knobs here, and I'm messing with the EQ for channel 6. And then, you know, switch to 3 or 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, you guys get it. Which I like that a lot, because can you imagine how much taller this thing would be if each of them had to include you know, all the channel strip controls individually on each channel? I really like that because I am trying to save space. And this is actually going to go off to the left here in between my monitor and my keyboard. So yeah, very, very, very cool. And then of course down here you've got just normal like Zoom functionality, so it can record to the SD card, which by the way, let's take a look at the back of this unit here. So here's our SD card slot. Nice. In fact, let's go ahead and put our SD card in. There we go. This says control in. I'm not really sure what that's for. Maybe a foot switch or something. You can choose your sample rate here, 96 kilohertz, 48, 44.1. Cool. Class compliant mode. That's a really nice feature. USB out to the computer. Then you've got a host USB port. Your power jack to the wall. On and off switch. Nice. And this switch here determines what mode it's in. So USB host, card reader, or audio interface. Now what's cool about that is I believe no matter what mode you're in, you can always record to the SD card still locally. So very, very cool. And the SD card recorder is one of the main reasons that I got this. I wanted to replace my other Zoom unit with something with the same functionality, but also the functionality of a full interface and mixer. So yeah, being able to record right to it is going to be amazing. Anyway, right now, let's go ahead, plug this thing in, get it powered on, and then I'm going to move my mic over, and we will start recording. So in just a minute, you're going to hear me through the terrible camera audio while we get this set up really fast. So sorry about that. All right, so you guys are hearing me on the nasty camera audio right now, so sorry about that. Let's go ahead and plug this thing in here. Let's see, there's power. Cool. Alrighty, got that. Let's go ahead and plug our mic into channel 3, because 1 and 2 I want to keep open for the bass, and we will need phantom power. We'll see how this works. Let's just go for it. Let's turn it on. All right, there we go. It's booting up. Oh, it's on SD card reader mode. I see. Check mode, switch, and restart. Okay, turn it off. Cool. Let's try that again. Audio interface. Why not? We'll just boot it up in that. We're not connected USB or anything, but there we go. Turn it on. Okay, there we go. Let's see here. I'm not seeing any signal from my mic. Phantom power on. Is that all it needed? Let's plug in monitors, actually. Plug in right here. There we go. All right, I think we're here. I think I got it. I am still learning how everything works, but it seems to me that we are good, that we are recording. I can't really tell. Okay, that's my headphone control. Okay. This goes to the... Oh, I see. Okay, we're in. We're in. We got it. As long as I'm not clipping there, I think we're good. Our master volume's good. I'm actually recording via the Zoom right now. Awesome. Okay, so... yeah, everything works. I guess let's talk a little bit why I picked this thing up. And don't worry, the audio that you're hearing right now, this is not what it is going to be on the channel forever. I just barely tried to get settings working so I could, you know, actually record for you guys. So don't worry, things will get much better than this, I promise. I don't really know what I'm doing yet, so I will learn. Let's get to the price of this thing. So it was $600 US, which is a lot. But at a certain point, I started to think to myself, you know, what's the point of buying all of this, you know, mid-tier to low-end gear if I'm just also going to be buying low-end, you know, interfaces to connect it to and to record with. At some point, I'm going to have to splurge and buy something that is just like a solid fixture of the channel. Much like the Zoom H5 was for the first year of the channel, that really got me by. And that turns out it was kind of a budget piece of gear. It was less than $300 US, and that was what the channel needed to get off the ground for that first year. So in my head, I started thinking, well, it's time to upgrade that rather than upgrade to something like this, you know, which was actually kind of a downgrade. You know, it's time to upgrade to something that's going to last. And the goal of this piece of gear right here is to carry us for hopefully at least several years until, you know, maybe we're ready to get the 20 channel version, or who knows where Freebeat's going to be in a couple years. Hopefully in a real studio. That would be awesome. But yeah, so that was the kind of idea, you know. And when I started looking at stretching out that $600 across 2, 3, 4 years worth of use and all the different things that this device can do, all of a sudden it didn't seem so, you know, daunting of a price tag anymore. And I was able to kind of justify it. And Lady Freebeat was also really great about, you know, kind of reinstating that confidence behind me that, yes, this is the right purchase. This is what Freebeat needs. This is what is right for the channel. This is what is right for me as a musician too. It's going to enable me to like always have my drums plugged in, always have the YouTube mic plugged in, which we actually are upgrading thanks to my uncle pretty soon to the Audio-Technica AT2035. He just gave this to me. I haven't used it yet, but it looks pretty cool. It's an XLR mic, so shout out to my uncle for that. Yeah, I can't wait to use it. I want to get like an arm or something so I can bring it in off the desk over here. But for now, oh hey, the computer finished updating, so it probably sounds a little better. But for now, this is going to be perfect. This setup is going to be so nice. I'm going to be able to record my gear in stereo for you guys. So tomorrow's video is going to be an Electron Model Cycles jam. This was originally going to be an unboxing and initial thoughts and impressions, which I'll still probably title it as, but I feel like it wound up kind of being all over the place. I don't know, I just feel like I couldn't really focus my thoughts in this video, and I don't think I was able to dictate you know, actually the words that I wanted to as well as I should have, but that's okay. I'm very, very excited to have this and to get to use it. I do plan on featuring this in the future on the channel, but for now, just know that audio is going to get better and the type and variety of content that I offer is going to expand and get better. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Please, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in a comment down below. I will do my best to answer them. This is all new to me as well, so I am still learning. But yeah, I am really excited to get to work and to discover what this thing can do. So if you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like on it. If not, you can leave a dislike. That's okay too. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Thank you so very much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.